Welcome back to Out of Breath Sports and More. It's your boy DtaeNoDinero here, man. I know. I told y'all I was dropping back to back, and y'all been seeing my face back to back because you got your notification bell on. Oh, you don't? What's your notification bell on, silly? Let's get it. Also hit that like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel. We about to get into this Larry Bird reaction because we all love Larry Bird here. Welcome to the community. That's why I'm telling you to subscribe and turn your notification bell on. That way you don't miss out on my future videos. 5 times Larry Bird sought revenge. And we already know Larry Bird is going to get you if you're trying. Larry Legend's going to get you if you're trying. Hey, listen. Try him if you want to. Try him. Matter of fact, let's check it out. Let's watch this video. I'm telling you, watch. I'm going to show you better than I can tell you. Matter of fact, should I say Larry will.
Bird fights Kareem, swings the elbow, and now is yelling at Larry Bird.
You could never back down.
Jaw to jaw.
Once you do, people look at you different. You had to stand up for everything you believed in, and even if it's the one playing basketball. I mean, if somebody took the gloves off and wanted to go, you had to go. If you didn't, there's no use playing.
Never lied.
When you take a look
Larry
at
Bird
Larry
understood
Bird,
that.
at first glance, he might not seem like the most intimidating guy. He doesn't really look like a scary dude at all. Many believed they could get away with pushing his buttons. But one thing you should know about the hick from French Lick, he always gets the last laugh. Game 5 of the first round in the 1991 NBA playoffs, Boston Celtics versus the Indiana Pacers. Larry Bird was approaching the end of his career. He had some serious back problems he was dealing with and wasn't quite sure how much longer he can go. In fact, before this deciding Game 5, his teammates said that he was even struggling to put on his uniform. That's how much pain he was in. But with the series tied up 2 games apiece, he knew he had to use every last drop of fuel that was still in the tank. And on the other side was Chuck Person, nicknamed the Rifleman. Throughout the years, these two were sort of rivals and always talked trash to one another. For example, before a Christmas Day game, Person said to the media that he was going bird hunting, and when that comment made its way back to Bird, Bird made sure he would deliver a present to Chuck. Bird shot a three-pointer right in front of Person, who was sitting on the bench, then turned around to look at him and said, "Merry f***ing Christmas." Before the shot had even gone in yet. He would pull those kind of stunts before Steph even did it. So these two had some history, which made this elimination game all the more epic. The game was just like the previous 4 games in the series, very competitive and highly entertaining, both battling to keep their season alive. But with 4 minutes left to go in the first half, an unfortunate event would take place. Larry Bird dives for a loose ball, but ends up landing on his face, and immediately had to head back to the locker room. And it turns out that he broke his cheekbone, so the Celtics had no other choice but to play on without him. Boston was trying their best to hang in the game, but were obviously struggling to do so without Larry, while Chuck Person was definitely having fun. He was acting cocky the whole time, thinking that his Pacers were on the verge of advancing to the next round. But little did he know, Bird was actually keeping tabs on the game in the back, and couldn't stand the arrogance that the Pacers were displaying. So with 6 minutes left to go in the third quarter, he decided to return back to the game to shut him up. The image of him coming out of the tunnel was like something you would see in a movie, as the crowd gave him a much-deserved standing ovation. The doctor said that he probably had a concussion, but he did not let that stop him. His heroic efforts ignited a spark in the Celtics, as Boston took a commanding lead and never looked back. Bird ended the game with 32 points and willed his team to victory.
Yeah, it is a little special because I've known Chuck for a while and we've always had run-ins, but it always seems like I get the last word.
Here's another instance where the old man had to show the youngster who's boss. First, we have to talk about a matchup that Bird and Petrovic had in March of 1992. This game, Drazen was lighting it up. He shot 65% from the floor and was perfect from deep, leaving Bird and the Celtics extremely frustrated. Just when you thought he was finished, he put the dagger in Boston's heart unapologetically.
He is open for the jumper. We're tied. 39 for
Drazen Petrovic.
He scored an impressive 39 points to get his team the win. Petro was quickly rising to fame, and before these two teams faced off again, the next time around, the pre-show made sure to remind everyone about that stellar performance.
The big question is who's going to guard Drazen Petrovic. Last time out against the Celtics, a career high 39 points. He certainly is a big factor.
And the way he was shooting in the Celtic game up there in Hartford, no one could guard him.
An amazing night for Drazen Petrovic.
About 4 minutes to go in the first quarter, he hit a three-pointer, and as he was backtracking, he got into Larry Bird's face and was talking some good trash. Now, Bird's not someone that you normally want to taunt, but
Drazen really lit it up in that last meeting in Hartford with 39 points.
All this hype that was going around about Drazen, you know Bird was listening. You could tell he was salivating at the mouth for some payback.
Score of 8-2. We play 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Here's Larry Bird.
come on, Larry Bird. Forget about that one.
This time, Bird was the one on fire, dropping 25 points, 9 assists, and 9 rebounds, while Drazen could barely even get a shot off. He produced a stat line that was not even close to the one he had during their earlier meeting, just a dull 12 points. He should have known that Bird never forgets anything. It's no secret that Larry Bird and Bill Laimbeer absolutely despised one another. Within this heated rivalry, we saw them go at each other's neck on multiple occasions. But in one game in particular, Larry Bird literally got instant revenge. It was Game 2 of the 1985 Eastern Conference semifinals between the Pistons and Celtics. Bill Laimbeer was deliberately elbowing Bird as soon as the game started. He wanted to take Bird out early, and he even ended up cutting his chin wide open. The way Laimbeer was playing out there was probably not the smartest idea if Larry is the guy you're doing it to. He's not the type to just let you get away with that. And from that point on, Bird did not play around anymore.
Knocking Bird down. Larry wheels on Trapuka. Scored. Down. Bird outside.
Encouraging you. It's a little different situation, but here
The others know they're not involved. Bird the rebound. Is he tough or what? 34 in the game for Larry Bird.
Now, don't get it twisted. Larry definitely welcomed physical play with open arms. But when you go out of your way to literally draw blood, all you end up accomplishing is releasing an angry Bird from his cage. He put up 31 points in the second half alone and wound up with a total of 42 points, making Bill instantly regret his actions. Back when Larry Bird was a freshman in college at Indiana University, it was said that the veterans on that team would kinda bully him, even though I know that is hard to believe, and that one player in specific, Kent Benson, who was their starting center, constantly went out of his way to chastise him, always giving Bird a hard time since Larry was the new guy on the team, and rumors say that was part of the reason he didn't stay there very long, and ultimately ended up transferring to Indiana State shortly after. Now, fast forward to 1985, Bird was now on the Celtics, while Benson played for the Pistons. And this is where Bird would finally get his revenge. Well, kinda. You see, while Bird did do his thing out there, it was Kevin McHale who was destroying Detroit, especially Kent Benson. And get this, Larry actually noticed that McHale had the hot hand and that Benson was struggling to guard him, so Bird encouraged McHale to keep making things miserable for Benson by simply feeding him the ball over and over again and grab some popcorn watching him go to work. Benson eventually even needed Laimbeer to help him stop McHale, but that also failed, and when it was all said and done, McHale ultimately broke the franchise record with 56 points, mostly at the expense of Kent Benson, which was really making him frustrated.
Blaine Reichelt, I think, has something on Kent Benson. Got to be a tee. And he's gone. Benson has just been tossed from the game.
Now, Bird definitely appreciated the fact that McHale embarrassed Benson for him, but he wasn't quite done with McHale yet. You see, by McHale going for 56 points, he actually broke Larry Bird's previous Celtics record, 53 points. And don't you think for 1 second that Larry didn't realize that. Larry even said after McHale's impressive performance that he should have gone for 60.
Larry, after the game, kiddingly told Kevin, you should have gone for 60.
He said, nah, you should have kept going because that may not last.
Well, the fact that he didn't go for 60 and that Bird secretly wanted to get the record back, he got the idea, why not go for 60 himself? So guess what? Only about a week later, Bird would put on a show that would go down in history forever. A performance that even made the opposite team go crazy. He went for 60 points against the Atlanta Hawks, reclaiming the franchise record in points in a single game. So I guess you could say that he got revenge on his very own teammate. During a 1987 contest between the Boston Celtics and the Chicago Bulls, Michael Jordan, who was still a baby at the time, attempted to guard Larry Bird, but he wasn't all that successful at it. Bird just took Jordan to the post at ease. So then head coach of the Bulls, Doug Collins, decided to put a slightly bigger player on Larry, forward Ben Poquette, and that only made things worse for Chicago because Bird took that as a personal insult. As soon as Collins put Poquette in the game to guard Larry, Larry said this out loud to Doug Collins: "Ben Poquette, are you kidding me?" And here's why Bird reacted in such a way. Quote, "As far as playing, I didn't care who guarded me. I just didn't want a white guy guarding me because it's disrespect to my game." And well, since Larry couldn't really tell Poquette to go sit back down, he thought he might as well humiliate him while he's at it.
Standing dribble at the stripe. Bird has it right of the circle. Fakes on Poquette. Gets to the lane. Fadeaway shot. Good. Pulls the 4-2 lead. Celtics on the attack. Bird has it right corner. He fires. Rimming. Good. Hit the top of the glass.
Okay, back in.
Left against Jordan. Bird pops and shoots from the right side and nails another one. Ainge between the circles. Swings it left to Bird. Shoots foul line. Good.
Larry Legend would ultimately drop 41 points, forcing Collins to think twice before quote-unquote disrespecting his game ever again. So there you go. All this man wanted to do was get the W for his team and go home to cut his grass in peace. But no, those players couldn't just let him be. They just had to provoke the legend and ultimately had to pay the price. Comment down below what your all-time favorite Larry Bird moment is. And of course, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.
Shout out to Cosgrove, new to the channel, and you don't know who Cosgrove is. I just met him too. Seemed like he was a great creator. Hey, before I let y'all go here, a few things I did want to touch on. Who is Drazen Petrovic? I'm about to have to go down this rabbit hole and figure out who this Drazen Petrovic is. And I hope y'all stay tuned too, because it might be my next video. So turn the notification bell on, that way you don't miss out on it. And we can keep this chat going, because I know y'all going to tell me in the comments who Drazen Petrovic is. And I know I'm just slaughtering his name. That's why I keep saying it. But no, there was a part in this video where they brought up a part of the story where Larry Bird had a beef with Kent Benson because of some stuff that happened back at Indiana State or something like that. And the reason why I'm bringing this up now is because in one of my past videos, somebody in the comments, and I love to respond to everybody's comments, so make sure y'all comment in the videos, because I do respond to everyone. Believe it or not, I do. It takes time, but I do. But they said in the comments of the last video, or one of the last videos, that Kent Benson and Larry Bird didn't really have beef or tension. And that particular content creator always messes up the storyline with Larry Bird. But apparently, this is the second content creator that put that part in his video. So, I don't know. Let me know if Kent Benson and Larry Bird really had beef or not. That started from college, but it looks like it must be a thing that actually happened. But yeah, the Bill Laimbeer thing, it kills me every time, because still to this day they aren't friends. And Bill Laimbeer acts as if he doesn't understand why. We know you should know why y'all are not friends, Bill Laimbeer. You're one of the dirtiest players that I've ever seen in the NBA. I'm not even gonna lie. It's between him and Draymond Green. Who y'all got worse, Draymond Green or Bill Laimbeer? I'm giving it to Bill Laimbeer. Yeah, we seen Draymond Green put somebody in a full-blown chokehold. I'm talking about I'm talking about, yeah. But at the same time, Bill Laimbeer was literally trying to take out superstars, man. Why are you trying to injure Larry Bird, man? He's really bringing in the money to the NBA, helping you get paid, and so on and so forth. I don't care about none of that. Don't try to injure nobody like that, man. And it's Larry Bird, man. Come on, man. Greatest of all time. You gonna do that, Larry? Come on now. But yeah, no. Let me know who y'all got, Bill Laimbeer or Larry Bird. If you ask me, I mean, not Bill Laimbeer or Draymond Green. If you ask me, I got Bill Laimbeer. But if I had to put them in a category, I just call the category Michigan because they both played in Michigan. But last but not least, before I let y'all go, I wanted to touch on the Michael Jordan aspect. I know so many people say Michael Jordan the greatest of all time. You heard what they said in the video. You heard what they said. This your boy DtaeNoDinero. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe. Drop in the comments if y'all want me to react to any different videos. Thank y'all for all the likes on all my videos, especially people that always come back and comment and like. Thank y'all so much. Also, I'm dropping the link to the GoFundMe if you want to contribute to me having a better smile. People have already started, and thank you so much to y'all. A shout out to y'all as well. But yeah, I'm jacking. I'm talking too much. I mean, stay tuned for the next video. Peace. Let's get it. Philly.